Behind the smile, there's often an uncomfortable truth. Have you ever felt something was off in a relationship, even when everything looked perfectly fine on the surface? They smile at you, they nod when you speak, they even throw in a compliment or two, but deep down you know they don't like you, they're just too afraid to show it. Stoicism doesn't teach us to be paranoid, it teaches us to face reality, especially when it's uncomfortable. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens that upsets us, but how we interpret it. So today, let's stop guessing and start observing, rationally. These are 7 subtle signs they secretly dislike you. 1. Jokes about your flaws, when disrespect wears a smile. Do you have a friend who loves to tease you? Maybe they say things like, "This guy's so clumsy, don't let him hold anything or it's done for." If you ever became a manager, the company would go bankrupt. It might sound playful at first, but take a closer look. These jokes always seem to target your weaknesses, never your strengths. A true Stoic doesn't resent humor, but they understand boundaries. As Epictetus said, no one can insult you without your permission. And when you laugh along just to keep the peace, you may be silently granting that permission. These aren't innocent jokes. They're subtle tests, measuring how much disrespect you'll tolerate before you either explode or quietly pull away. It's not about laughter, it's about control. The Stoic solution. First, observe your internal state. If you consistently leave these interactions feeling drained or belittled, don't dismiss it. Ask calmly but directly. Are you saying that to be funny, or is there something more behind it? Set a firm boundary, without drama. I don't find that very funny. Let's shift the topic. A Stoic doesn't lash out. They don't play victim. They simply refuse to be the punchline in someone else's ego game, because real strength is silent, grounded, and always in control. 2. Compliments with a sting, the subtle art of undermining. Have you ever received a compliment that somehow left you feeling worse, not better? Things like, "Wow, that's actually pretty good for someone like you," or "Not bad at all, considering you're new to this." On the surface, it sounds like praise, but underneath, there's a sharp edge. These aren't compliments, they're control tactics, subtle digs disguised as kindness. Instead of boosting your confidence, they plant seeds of doubt. And slowly, those seeds grow into quiet insecurities. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if someone praises you, ask yourself, does it match reality? If it does, be glad you did the right thing. If not, don't let it intoxicate you. Backhanded compliments keep you small. They frame your success as an exception, not a reflection of your worth. And often, they reveal more about the other person's insecurity than your own ability. The Stoic response. Don't just smile and swallow it. Respond calmly, "Thanks, but what do you mean by 'for someone like me'?" Expose the double meaning without aggression, just clarity. You might be surprised how quickly people retreat when they realize you're not playing their subtle power game. Stoicism teaches us this. Your value doesn't come from applause or validation. It comes from the alignment between your thoughts, your words, and your actions. So the next time a compliment feels like a jab in disguise, pause, recognize it, and reclaim your power, not by shouting but by standing tall in your self-respect. 3. The invisible wall, when you're subtly left out of the plans. You check your phone and see photos, your friends out at dinner, celebrating, laughing, but you weren't invited. Again. And when you ask about it, they say, "Oh, it was a last-minute thing. We figured you were busy. Didn't we tell you?" But deep down, you already know the truth. They didn't forget. They just didn't want you there. Subtle exclusion hurts more than open rejection because it leaves you guessing. Was it really an accident? Did I do something wrong? Am I imagining things? Here's what Stoicism helps us see clearly. You are not imagining it. When someone wants you in their life, they make space. When they don't, they make excuses. Epictetus reminds us, freedom begins the moment you no longer need to beg for belonging. Exclusion is often not about you. It's about people lacking the courage to be honest. They don't want confrontation, so they quietly edit you out of their lives, one plan at a time. The Stoic approach. Stop chasing invitations. Pay attention to patterns, not promises. If you need clarity, ask calmly, "Hey, I saw you all went out, just wondering why I wasn't included?" It may feel awkward, but truth is better than living in quiet doubt. A Stoic doesn't fight to stay where they are no longer welcomed. They don't beg to be chosen. They simply walk away with dignity intact and redirect their energy toward people who see their presence as a gift, not a burden. 4. I'm just busy. When you're only a priority in their free time. We've all heard it. I've just been really busy. It sounds harmless, reasonable even. After all, everyone has things to do. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. They're always too busy. Only when it comes to you. You see them going out with others, posting stories, grabbing coffee, hanging out. Somehow they have time for everyone except you. That's not a scheduling issue, that's a priority issue. Seneca said it best. People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. Time is the truest currency of care. If someone values you, they will spend time, because that's the one thing we can never get back. And if they don't, their excuses are just a soft way of saying, "You're not essential." The Stoic way forward. Stop begging for space in someone's life. If they wanted you there, they would make room. Instead of questioning your worth, question the relationship. Why am I investing so much in someone who only sees me as optional? A Stoic doesn't chase affection or availability. They know their time is sacred, and they protect it like gold. When someone shows you where you stand, believe them, and walk in a direction where your presence isn't just tolerated, but welcomed. 5. The cold distance. When they avoid. Even the smallest touch. Human connection isn't just built with words. It's in the subtle gestures, the handshake, the pat on the back, the nudge during a shared laugh. But what if someone flinches when you get close? What if they instinctively pull away from even the smallest contact? That silence speaks volumes. Now, to be clear, not everyone is touchy-feely, and that's okay. But when someone warmly hugs others, then goes stiff around you, that's not a preference, that's a message. Epictetus reminds us we must not strive to be liked, but to be understood, and above all, to understand. Understanding comes from paying attention to how people act when no words are spoken. Avoiding touch can be a form of quiet rejection. Not loud, not cruel, but sharp nonetheless. It creates an invisible wall that says, "I don't feel safe or open with you," and that's a truth worth facing. The Stoic response: don't react with hurt or confrontation. Observe, reflect. Ask yourself, is this about them or about our connection? If appropriate, ask gently, "Hey, I've noticed you pull away when I'm around. Have I made you uncomfortable?" Stoics don't demand closeness. They don't chase comfort. They respect boundaries and their own dignity. If someone keeps you at arm's length, don't try to break through the wall. Step back. Let the space reveal the truth. And remember, the right people won't fear your presence. They'll feel peace in it. 6. The disappearing act. When you need support and they vanish. Hard times are the great revealers. It's in those moments, when life breaks you open, when you need a shoulder, a word, a presence, that the truth steps into the light. And sometimes that truth is painful. You reach out, hoping for support. You send the text. You explain what you're going through, and what do you get? Silence, excuses, or worse, nothing at all. People who were always around for the fun suddenly become ghosts when the music stops. As Epictetus said, it is difficulties that show what men are, and by extension, it is in your difficulties that you see what your relationships really are. Support is not about grand gestures. It's not about fixing your problems. It's about showing up inconveniently, imperfectly, consistently. The Stoic perspective. Don't waste your energy being bitter. Use that moment to clarify who truly belongs in your life. Ask yourself, have I built friendships on shared fun or shared values? A Stoic does not keep people out of guilt, nostalgia, or obligation. They understand that the one who disappears when you're in the dark was never really holding your hand in the light. So don't chase after those who ghost you during your struggle. Instead, open space for those rare souls who will sit beside you, not to fix you, not to rescue you, but just to be there. Because that kind of presence, that's the real foundation of friendship. 7. Gossip in the shadows. When loyalty ends the moment you leave the room, you confide in someone. You share a personal story, a struggle, a fear, because you trust them. And then, days later, you hear your own words, twisted, echoed in places they don't belong. There are few things more painful than realizing the person who smiled at you was also sharpening the knife behind your back. And here's the worst part. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's subtle. They say, "I'm just concerned about them," or "I thought you should know." But it's not concern, it's betrayal wrapped in sweet packaging. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you hear someone speak ill of you, remember, they reveal more about their character than they do about yours." Gossip isn't harmless. It's the quiet corrosion of trust. And those who spread it aren't just speaking words, they're erasing the bond between you, one whisper at a time. The Stoic response: don't sink to their level. Don't fight shadows with shadows. Live in a way that makes their words powerless. And if you confront them, do it calmly. "I heard something you shared about me. Can we talk about it directly?" Stoics don't fear rumors. They fear dishonoring their character. Let people talk. Let them distort. But you, stay unmoved, stay centered, because the truth has a strange habit of outlasting the lies. Final thoughts. You become truly free the moment you no longer need to be accepted. These signs often unfold quietly, hidden behind smiles, silence, or small talk. But if you slow down, observe, and trust what you feel, you'll begin to see clearly who genuinely values you and who's just pretending. Stoicism doesn't teach us to be cold or distant. It teaches us not to depend on the approval of others. You don't need to be liked by everyone. You only need to respect yourself. You are the gatekeeper of your life. You decide who stays, who goes, and who never gets in. Choose wisely. Stay awake. And above all, be courageous. If this message spoke to you, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And if you're building a stronger, wiser, calmer mind, subscribe to the Stoic Habit. We're just getting started. And remember, sometimes letting go is the most powerful form of self-respect.